I just wanted to show y'all what they look like. Ooh. Hola, Claudina9 here. I know I look a little different, you know, it's just the makeup. No, I'm just playing. I did not feel like doing my makeup on this date, so let this doll represent me. May I live on forever through this doll. So what is going on in the world? Today, 2 new Monster High dolls got leaked. Or did they? So before we dive into that, in early 2020, You Love It made a blog status titled Mattel will release 2 new Monster High collector dolls in 2020. Keep in mind, Mattel has made no commentary on whether or not this is in fact true, but this enigmatic blog post included the UPC codes for both dolls, the release date, model number, and expected retail price. But the title of the doll was simply Monster High Collector Doll 1 and Monster High Collector Doll 2. At the time, no one really knew if this was real, so all of this information came out around the second week of February prior to the 2020 New York Toy Fair, and an inside source tells us that at Toy Fair, although Mattel has not confirmed new Monster High dolls, it was not denied. Monster High is still in Mattel's toy box brands, meaning that they can still make dolls should they so choose. So fans were speculating that the collector doll would be Claudine Wolf and Frankie Stein because we've never had a collector Claudine to complement the collector Draculaura from Amazon a couple years back. Or it was possibly just a second Draculaura doll, seeing as Draculaura and Frankie are 2 of the most notable Monster High characters. Well, that whole speculation has changed today after Toy Wiz. So Toy Wiz is a family-owned New York-based online collectible retailer that's been in business for the past 30 years. And today, Toy Wiz shook the Monster High fandom by leaking 2 new Monster High listings. So one is for the Monster High It Pennywise collector doll, and one is for the Monster High The Shining Grady Twins 10.5-inch collector doll. Wait, what, y'all? I am quaking. This has to be some kind of freaky dream or something because Stephen King and Monster High collab, this just seems like the perfect mesh. So let's discuss. I just really hope Mattel doesn't let us down. We better get full articulation. I would love if we had multiple outfits maybe. A doll stand is a must. And it seems like they're putting a lot of detail into this. Like if this is legit, this is really cool. Sound off below. Do you think it's legit? I mean, Toy Wiz is a reputable company, you guys. Like, argue with their prices or not. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with their price point, but they are a reputable company. They've been in business for the past 30 years. I just don't see them uploading frivolously to fake listings. That just doesn't seem like them. So beginning with the Monster High The Shining Grady Twins, the listing on Toy Wiz is at the price of $89.99, which when compared to the information provided by You Love It a couple months ago suggests that the Toy Wiz listing is charging about $15 above the retail value, which isn't too bad, but much like companies like Toots Toys, y'all remember Toots Toys, it's always bothered me when websites upcharge for Monster High dolls, given the nature of the brand and the fact that they're mostly playline. Like, they're not necessarily the quality of a doll that's worth $100. However, I'll give them the exception for this line because these are collectors, but you know, price scalping's always bothered me. So the description reads, let me put on my commercial voice. Part Monster High and part horror flick icons. These collectible dolls are a must-have for fans of both. Inspired by legendary horror film characters and reimagined through a scary, cool Monster High filter, the dolls in this 2-pack feature bone-chilling designs punctuated with fashion elements and film-inspired details. Additional features include a movie-themed piece count and specially designed packaging that's perfect for displays. So the only other Grady Twins dolls I've seen are by Living Dead Dolls, which run in the same vein as Monster High. The 2 brands are often compared because of the goth aspect, but these 1980s psychological thriller stars are getting a Monster High twist. Now, I'm really interested to see how they pull this off and decide to make these into Monster High characters because, one, they're meant to be little girls and not teens, and second, although they're iconic and creepy, I'm afraid they may read a little boring when translated into a Monster High doll. So for some reason, the Shining Grady Twins listing notes that they are 10.5-inch dolls. Fun fact, 10.5 inches is the average height of a Monster High doll, so I'm not sure why this is worth mentioning. I feel like the Grady Twins should have been 9.5 inches, which is the same height as Howleen Wolf and Twyla, and Pennywise should be the same height as Nephra Denial, which is 11 inches. I just don't understand why that was noted in the listing. I guess we'll find out soon. So what do y'all think? Will these dolls be Monster High characters dressed as Pennywise or just a Monster High Pennywise doll? I think it would be really cool if the characters just stayed the character. I don't know how I would feel or how comfortable I'd be if, say, like Toralei was dressed as Pennywise. But I do think, however, Persephone and Meowlity as the Grady Twins would be really cool. Monster High was known for its colorful, vibrant, and over-the-top fashion, but I am hoping that these collector dolls will take a more classic approach when it comes to recreating these characters. I mean, it would be cool if Pennywise was in a couture version, like wearing platform heels and exaggerated sleeves, and I pray that the screenings on these dolls are meticulous, because I thought that Zombie Gaga was a great representation of a Monster High collaboration. The design was simple, but it was chic and classic. The screening was beautiful and captivating. The quality was there. So I know Mattel is well capable of making quality dolls. The question is, will they? And only time will tell. It'd be cool also if they included another one of Stephen King's works, like Carrie. I think Carrie would have been really cool in the Monster High realm, in the whole high school environment. For those of y'all who don't know, Carrie had telekinesis. I think she would be really great friends with Scara Screams, who is telepathic. She'd fit right in, but alas, who knows what Monster High has lurking in the catacombs for us. I remember when I first started collecting Monster High back in 2010, and it was so popular to make custom Monster High OCs. I even made several, but one thing that was particularly popular was making classic horror movie characters into Monster High OCs. So the Monster High fandom has been wanting this for a long time. However, the debate is having characters inspired by R-rated films appropriate for the age demographic that collected Monster High? Now, personally, I believe it makes total sense given it falls under that whole Halloween goth category. I just feel like a Pennywise doll is the perfect collaboration. I think Stephen King fits very well into the theme of monsters. So I just think that it makes sense, especially given the fact that Monster High has had to rebrand, reboot. I think that now that they've had a hiatus for a couple years, they're allowed to streamline into a more adult collector perspective and not cater so much to the 7 and under demographic. Because I think a lot of the old Monster High characters were created and designed with the intention of being featured in marketing. So they're going to be featured in movies, they're going to be featured in webisodes, in songs, etc. Where maybe it wasn't appropriate to have a serial killer in their webisodes. But now that there is nothing for them to create around, I think that now is the time to use these body sculpts, because Monster High does have very unique body sculpts that I think cater to these characters. Let me know down below. Do you think that we'll see more Monster High horror movie collabs? Are you excited to get these dolls? Or are you disappointed that there still isn't a collector doll of Claudine, Laguna, so many beloved characters? We're not getting to see that re-envisioned. I mean, I guess we don't really know what these dolls look like. There's no pictures yet. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be pre-ordering both dolls. Hopefully I will get these dolls ASAP so I can upload a review. If you want to see a review on these alleged new dolls, be sure to subscribe and click notifications, because I will keep y'all informed and updated. Thanks for watching. See ya.